Hi there, I'm Soyoung. Today, I'm here to share 3 questions that finally helped me find work I love. When you have trouble finding the work you love, the most common career advice you can get is do what you love. But what if you don't know what you love? Whether you have something you like to do or not, it doesn't matter, because with this frame of thinking, you are still focusing on yourself. We are not talking about hobby. To find a work, a paying work, you should pay your attention to paying issue. Why do you get paid? Who pays you? There are 2 reasons that you get paid. Whether you offer pleasure or you solve their problem. Let's say you like to draw. If people love you or your work, then you can make a living as an artist. Or you can work for a design company. Here, you get paid because you solve the company's problems with your time and talent. What if you don't know what you love? It's okay. I'm not talking about the field now. To illustrate it more, it's time for us to consider the issue of who pays you. When considering future career, it happens quite often to choose a job title from the options you already know. But if you still don't know what you love, it means either you don't like the options or it's not within your reach. In my case, I started my working career in the brand consulting industry. I like to come up with solutions and give advice in a creative way, so I knew consulting area would fit me. But I considered the field for my career only after I'd found this specific niche market. The work required marketing, advertising strategy, and creativity for new brand identity. As luck would have it, I happened to find their short notice and had the job interview. And voila, I got it. I admit I was just lucky enough to have an opportunity to work for others. What if you're stuck in the life phase that luck doesn't seem around you? In this case, you can consider to find a way to work for yourself. This happened to me when I was not satisfied with the lousy education I got from school. I've always been interested in the lifelong learning that fill the missing link between a child and a grown-up. We know we were more creative when we were young, and I'd like to find the creativity back. I combined my language learning experience in France and the pleasure we had when reading children's books. I came up another way of learning English for grown-ups. Since I couldn't find a chance to work for others, I set up my own small language school and taught. In fact, teaching option had already existed in my option box. Of course, everybody knows there's a job title called teacher. But I didn't like the work image of teaching that I had at the time. But when I used my creativity and opened up the possibility of working for myself, it became a work. Still, in these 2 ways, you get paid only while you work. If you want to get paid while you sleep, you need to find a way to work for a system. For example, you have people who work for you. I mean, you run a business that works according to system. Otherwise, it could be books, intellectual properties, or websites or YouTube channels that generate money. For these 2 types, it's especially useful to apply tips from Artist Survival Kit. In fact, many people who follow their passion and interest in art get frustrated when they work for others. If you like to draw and work for a design company, it's highly probable that you get paid for solving clients' problems, even in accordance with the company's preferred style. So if you want to keep working with your own creative style, then you need to find a way to work for yourself or a system. So there are many tips out there, and in the following videos on my channel, I'm gonna share those tips I'm applying to my everyday life as a non-artist. To wrap up this video, there are 3 questions that can help you find the work you love. Number 1, why should I get paid? Number 2, who pays me? Would I work for others, myself, or a system? Number 3, what should I learn to work for myself or a system? That's it for today. Thank you for watching my video.